Hello, it is Sara Waggle. Welcome to Wellness Astrology. This is for the moon in Gemini. This is October 19th through the 21st, so Saturday through Monday. Um, and of course, all of the usual links are in the usual places. So if you'd like to book a wellness astrology consultation with me, that is down there. And all of the other consultations that I have are available. And of course, podcast episodes that I have been a guest on are available and all of the things. So let's get into this moon in Gemini and the wellness around it. So Gemini is a Mercury sign. It is an air sign. So air is masculine energy, it's intellectual energy, it's communication. In Mercury in this sign, the moon in this sign is about communicating what you're feeling. And so, we've had come off this, the full moon in Aries that was probably really intense for a lot of people. And for some people, maybe not. But it may have also had you kind of go within and be like, oh, okay. Because certainly something has come up for you since April 8th of this year, September 17th of this year, October 2nd of this year. And just over the last, let's just say year and a half, if not, something maybe surfacing clear back from like 2008, because we have Pluto finishing up in Capricorn. And so, we're kind of at this sort of crossroads, sort of needing to make some choices for ourselves, needing to make some decisions. And some of them we don't really want to make, because what if it like jeopardizes a job that you've been at for 15 years and you're looking at the 401k and the IRA and the retirement plan and the pension and all of the things, but you're like, God damn it, am I really that satisfied with this to keep it going until I get the pension or until I get the retirement? Can my physical body handle it that long? Same thing with relationships. If you're in a partnership, maybe you're facing some choices with regard to your partnership, and it's just not working anymore. And I mean, this could be you going to you're having a dialogue with your boss and you're like, I have to change how I do this or I can't maintain it. Same thing with your partnership, right? So this isn't necessarily breakup. It very well could be. Maybe it's just you've had all the conversations, you've tried, and you're done, right? Or this is you're going to give it one more swing. You're going to have one more conversation, and if that doesn't work, then you're done, right? So, but I think a lot of people are done. A lot of people, I mean, we're all mentally exhausted. Gemini is definitely a mental sign. Jupiter's retrograde in Gemini, and we're still feeling this energy, and we're going to be for quite some time now. For probably this is the 19th of October, and Mars is in Cancer, slowing down considerably. Into heading into that opposition to Pluto at 29 Capricorn. So we've got this like Mars in his detriment or at his fall, excuse me, in Cancer. So he is either not nurturing at all or is like nurturing to the point of making a decision that's going to, change the trajectory of everything in opposition to Pluto. Okay. So we're going to be in this Mars Pluto opposition energy for like a couple of weeks, because Mars is slowing down and Pluto just stationed direct and is barely moving forward. So, and with Pluto almost done in Capricorn, it's kind of like between now and November 19th, something could change very significantly in your world. Whether it's, something outside of you, a circumstance outside of you that changes, or you change your mind, you make a decision. There's a lot of things that are obviously crumbling in our world outside of ourselves, like the global situations. There's stuff out there that's happening, but we're just looking at your life, and the choices that you need to make, or the choices that somebody around you is making, and that kind of thing. And so I feel like this weekend could go a couple of ways. One, you're going to have one last conversation, and that conversation is going to make or break the situation. Two, you're done having conversations. You've tried. It's done. We're done. It's over. We're moving on. And the one thing I'll say about this is be discerning, because you don't want to make like an abrupt decision that's going to alter course, but you don't have all the resources in place to do that. It's kind of like abruptly quitting your job without having a way to get income to pay your mortgage, pay your gas, pay your, you know what I mean? Pay for your groceries. So kind of have things in place. Like, I've been the person who's made the irresponsible choices of quitting a job or leaving a relationship at an inopportune time, and I don't recommend it unless you have the strength to get yourself through that. And in some cases, it was just me flying by the seat of my pants. So if you're willing to do that, more power to you. I think I'm outgrowing that part of my life personally. Okay, so other things to consider: your mindset, your how you're talking about to yourself, about yourself, how you're speaking to those around you. That's also a Gemini trait. And also your nervous system. This is we've got obviously the tensions are building in the world around us, so anxieties are building. I completely get that. And so be attentive to what things that you need to do to calm yourself: journaling, meditation, things like that. This could be also like nervous energy that you've got to kind of burn off, or something like that. So maybe the conversation needs to happen while you're taking a walk together, or you're shooting pool together, or something like that. So lots of different ways that this weekend could go, but it really comes down to communication, your nervous system, your mindset, and is this one last swing, or is this, nope, no, I'm not even going to give this one last swing. I'm done. Get out. Let's go. Let's move on. So could be a big breakup weekend. And here's the thing: there's we can all look around and be like, God, I hope that couple breaks up, or that couple that. And the thing is that people's choice in their journey has nothing to do with us. And so as much as we would like to see certain things go a certain way, we can really only control ourselves and our world, and that sort of thing. So, but I get we all have that human tendency, right? We're like, God, I hope when she says that this is a breakup weekend, that such and such couple breaks up. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of control. And the thing is what all of us have to realize is, especially if you're watching an astrology video, or if you're working with a coach, or if you're working in personal development, the biggest thing to keep in mind right now is that not everybody does this work. And so there are some people who are going to live in their la-ti-da world, stuck. They don't want to move forward. They don't want to go where, I mean, this could get really deep, but if we're really in a split of the earth, we're really going to start noticing it in the next couple of months. If we have not noticed it already, I've been noticing it for like most of this year. But for you, you may just be like, oh, shit. How come? Okay. Right. Like you may just now be noticing that people are staying stuck in their situations, or staying stuck in those old behaviors, and you're outgrowing it. You're outgrowing it because you're doing healing work. You're doing, you're using the moon and following the moon. So just know that not everybody does this work. And this work ain't for the weak. So there you go. And my mom pinged just so that we know that it's confirmed. All right. We got the page of Latinum in reverse. Dr. Rega from the Ferengi. Page of Latinum in reverse. I think this is a go within. Like, there's no need to be curious about what's going on in the world. because you kind of have your own situations to deal with. You have your own circumstances that you're working with. So you're kind of just not interested and you don't really care about what's going on about about everything else, whether it's like the political theater or celebrity culture or whatever the hell. You don't care anymore. You're kind of just over it. You're kind of just, I got to deal with my own situation. I don't have time to put any energy into who said what to whom, who's zooming who, all of the things. Um, I have my window open. Uh, so I mean, that's kind of where I feel like we are. This is really like a go within, or at least be within your household, be within your family situation, or your situation. The moon upright, Ro Laren, um, because we could really get lost in the illusion. That's perfect. So we have the page of Latinum in reverse, which is you're really wanting to be within yourself, and then the because the reality is everything going outside of you is a freaking illusion. The moon is an illusion. We've got not only Mars moving in on his opposition to Pluto, but also that trine to Neptune, and Neptune has the upper hand here. So we all can run the risk of getting lost in um the lost in the shadows, lost in the illusion that is like the media, that is like whatever fun story they've got for us this weekend to buy into, right? So really be attentive and be in tune with yourself, and like your immediate situation, so that you can stay on course. Because like I said before, these circumstances don't change by November 5th or the 6th, or December 6th when the election's verified, or even next January when we have a new leadership. Your circumstances don't change. Your circumstances change when you make them change. So I guess I could shuffle the deck for the Woodland Wardens instead of just picking a card. See what we got here. I'm still not back into my game yet. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. But man, I was out for like 5 days, and man, that really knocked me off off my game a little bit. So thanks for bearing with me. Hopefully I'll have it back together by next week. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're almost to Scorpio season too. So it's about to be the funnest, creepiest time of year, eh? Hey, oh my goodness. Are we all flipped upside down? All right, let's try that again. Knock on the deck to clear it out. Let's get this going the right way. Oh my goodness. All right. All I'm gonna do is laugh about it because I don't know. It's like I can't get back on my rails. Like I've derailed a little bit because I was sick. And now it's like I can't get it back together. But I'm gonna get there. I promise. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. In the Woodland Wardens, we got the Martin and the Foxglove, and this is Mischief. Well, that's interesting. Um, I feel like this is like don't take things too seriously. There is an amount of mischief going on in the world, and there may be an amount of mischief going on in your own circumstances. Don't take things too seriously. And that could go back to your partnerships, or whatever circumstance you're dealing with. It's like, okay, are you with somebody who you can be up to no good with? And be silly and have fun. For some reason, I have the image of if you ever saw Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I'm showing my age there, but I don't care. It's a good movie. Highly recommend it. But there's a part in the movie where her and the guy she's seeing go into like a toy store, and they find those like bouncy balls, and they start bouncing around the store until the store owner tells them they got to get off of those things. But something like that, is this are you with someone who you can go to like a bounce house with or a playground with when there's no kids around and just be silly and be children and yet come home and, make sure you take care of a business and things like that. But also, there's also the element of, do you take joy or have fun with doing adulting things? Do you have fun paying your bills? I do. I literally enjoy paying my bills because the bills, when I pay the internet, pay the electric, pay the rent, those things are what keeps me going, right? That's how I'm here online talking to you. That's how I'm creating this content is because I'm able to pay my bills, right? So there's a level of like enjoying even the things that maybe aren't so fun. Is it fun to pay my bills? No, not really, because that means the money's going there and not towards new tarot decks and new teas and new coffees and new clothes and new jewelry and all of the fun things. But in order to have the fun things, I got to do the responsible things so I can keep running the business that pays for the fun things. So it's a cycle, but have fun doing the things. One of my coaches years ago, whenever she got out of debt, the one thing that she started doing was having like a champagne toast every time she paid her bills. And that was what, she took so much joy in fact, through a party when she paid her bills. And I'm talking the mundane bills like your cell phone and your, utility bills and whatnot. Are the prices high on everything? Yes, we get it. We're all there. We're all feeling that. You still get to take joy in the fact that you can afford your bill right now. Okay. All right. So hang on tight this weekend. Take good care of your nervous system. Stay calm where you can stay calm. Journal where you need to. I really feel like journaling is the thing this weekend to kind of just like almost like a word dump journaling or a word vomit journaling where you just sort of let everything out. Or maybe you just need to get on the phone with a friend and like, just like yeah, get it all out of your system before you have the important conversation. So you kind of have things honed in and lasered in so that you can say what you need to say or not. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in to Wellness Astrology. I will talk to you very soon. Have a great weekend.